What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you guys are doing today. Then, of course, we will be getting things started. We start off with a video titled, according to Alex Jones, we're green-pilled over here. I don't know who Alex Jones is talking to, but he's outlining kind of what we do over here. We know what's going on, and can't just worry about it being doom and gloom all the time. Got to make some fun of it. Sounds like we're green-pilled, according to Alex Jones. Then we got a video titled, Oklahoma Superintendent Ryan why can't I say his name? Walters announces that Oklahoma will become the first state in the United States to bring the Bible back into the classrooms. Apparently he released a controversial video, and I went and grabbed it. Following that, we have a video titled, Oklahoma Superintendent Explains Controversial Video. Of course, everyone's all pissed about it, so they interviewed him to ask him why he made that video. Then we got some gossip, a bunch of gossip happening. House Ethics Committee weighs releasing Gaetz' report. Now, apparently, Matt Gaetz is being accused of, they say it's sexual assault, but it sounds like he was messing around with a 17-year-old. Of course, the report hasn't come out. When he resigned from his, Congress or whatever? When he resigned from that to become the AG, they stopped the report, so they're trying to figure out what to do about it. They're saying they're going to release the report, though. With that being said, then the next video is titled, Cybercriminal Gains Access to Testimony on Matt Gaetz. Just real interesting that the cybercriminals are always targeting Republicans, and it always benefits the Democrats. It's really interesting that happens all the damn time. With that kind of tone going on, the next video is titled, Trump Defense Secretary Pick is facing questions about paying a woman who accused him of sexual assault. I can't remember the guy's name. The guy that President Trump selected from Fox or whatever. Now he's being accused of sexual assault. So this is just, like I said, it's gossip going on Capitol Hill. Then we have an interesting video titled, Speaker Johnson speaks with press to clarify remarks about bill targeting shape-shifting lawmaker. This individual goes by Sarah McBride. We were expressing that this individual was elected to Congress or whatever. They are a shapeshifter, and we were going over that, and I'm pretty sure that's what got me suspended on Twitch. We are still suspended on Twitch. I don't even know when they're going to lift it, because you can't sign into your damn account when you're suspended. I don't know. Fuck them over on Twitch. Anyways, then we got a video titled, Ukraine fires long-range U.S.-made missiles into Russia. This is right after old man Walter gave them permission and gave them the missiles to do that. Of course, Biden claims that the reason he allowed the Ukraine to have these long-range missiles is because Russia was using North Korean troops. Now, we were covering North Korea sending 10,000 of their soldiers into Russia to help them. A lot of them, from what I hear, were deserting and stuff like that. A lot of them just getting blown to pieces. But because of that, supposedly that was the reason that old man Walter allowed the Ukraine to use long-range missiles. Then we got a video titled, Prosecutors Opposed Dismissing Trump Hush Money Conviction. This hush money trial sentencing is supposed to happen in like 10 days or something like that. It might even be less than 10 days. But right now it's paused, and it's very controversial because they want to do bad things to President Trump, even though he didn't do anything wrong to anybody. They can't prove any of that nonsense. And with it being paused, if it gets thrown out, they'll no longer be able to call him a felon. I wonder how that'll go. We have two funny videos of the day. First one's titled, Better Get Ready, Winter is Coming. And then our official funny video of the day is titled, It's Offensive, but It's Funny. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, Damsel? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Zero? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Tin Man? What's up, Tom Tom? What's up, Guess J? What's up, Sam? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being here on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Sawdog, I think you were first today. And I appreciate you racing to the chat, Sawdog. Let's see. What's up, everyone over here? What's up, MU? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Zupia? What's up, Silverwolf? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Elder Zoomer? Appreciate you guys. What's up, Jay Tyler? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mary Todd? What's up, Pumpkin? Appreciate you guys. What's up, Susan? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. I think we got everybody. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble. See if you can get us on the front page. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Susan, you are omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Zeus Boot? Happy freedom to you. Let me see here. What is up, everyone over on the communism platform? Because we ain't got any Twitch today, which is totally fine with me. Mr. Satan, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Thomas? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Bagpiper? What's up, Gen X? Appreciate you. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom to you. Susan, you are super omnipresent. You're a badass. My goodness. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Larry? Let me see. What's up, Scott Johnson? What's up, High Plains Drifter? And Sam, you are omnipresent as well. I appreciate you. We're going to get in these videos here. We're going to start off with this first one. Like I said, it's Alex Jones. Can't remember who he's talking to. Actually, I don't know the guy's name that he's talking to. But either way, claiming that we are green-pilled. We're going to cover that. But first, got to remind you guys, we have these Hope T-shirts. President Trump is America's hope. This design was created by Alistair. He is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will make sure to post his link in the chat, because if you think it, he can create it, and he could use your doll hairs, so you should hire him for some creative stuff. That being said, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags, and I even made bumper stickers. Today I got on the hooligan badge, and we got new shirts on the way. I will drop the links in the chat while we're watching this first video. Once again, this is Alex Jones, and according to him, we're getting green-pilled over here.
You're very black-pilled.
I'm very black-pilled, yeah. They killed my mom, Alex. I watched my mom die. They gave her remdesivir. They tied her to a bed. I watched it happen. How could I not be black-pilled?
We know things are bad. So you don't want to be delusional and white-pilled. And you want to be awake, and you want to be trying to fix things. I call that like green-pilled, believing in the evergreen spirit of humanity, versus black-pilled that everything's doomed. It's very easy to say everything's crap, everything's bull, and then we go through these cycles, and that it is a process of being white-pilled, awakening, becoming red-pilled, then getting really upset when you learn the full extent, becoming black-pilled, but then realizing only through God and reaching out to fellow humans and creating beauty and honor and strength by example can we be the example of the evergreen growth of humanity and the timelessness of that, and that is the green pill. You're very black-pilled.
Well, like I said, according to Alex Jones, we're over here getting green-pilled. Constantly covering what's going on in the news. It always seems like it's always dark and it's never going to get better. I mean, voting President Trump in has really changed things, but for years now we've been sitting here, and part of that is why we started doing the funny videos of the day. It's because we'd get done being live and then everyone just feels like shit because you're aware of all the bad stuff happening in the world. But that's why we got to have a positive spin on it. Like I say all the time, make good decisions and you will naturally outlive those that make bad decisions. And apparently those are traits of being green-pilled. That being said, we're going to hop right into another video here because that wasn't exactly news. That was just something for funsies. This first news video here is titled, Oklahoma Superintendent Ryan Walters announces that Oklahoma will become the first state in the United States to bring the Bible back to classrooms. We're going to hop right into this. And I think we're going to play the video afterwards too because they go together, but then we will hop in the chat. Once again, this is Oklahoma Superintendent Ryan Walters announcing that Oklahoma will become the first state in the U.S. to bring the Bible back to classrooms. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up over on Rumble, and let's get this rolling.
I'm excited to announce today that Oklahoma is the first state to bring the Bible back to the classroom. Today, we purchased over 500 Bibles that will be in the AP government classrooms across the state. Bible just like this. We have the Bible, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights. These are foundational documents in our nation's history. Our kids have to understand the role the Bible played in influencing American history. It's very clear that the radical left has driven the Bible out of the classroom, which leads to a lack of understanding of American history. We will not stop until we've brought the Bible back to every classroom in the state.
All right, controversial video. Apparently, he's requiring schools to play that and some others. I don't know if that's necessarily what's going on, but that's what he's being accused of. And with that being said, this next video is Oklahoma Superintendent explains the controversial video about mandating Bibles in the classroom. Got News Nation here where they're nice and blue and cry their little eyes out about every little damn thing. So, of course, they're going to be covering the Bible and how controversial it is. Like I said, hit that thumbs up and let's get this rolling. Right after this video, we'll hop in the chat.
Top education official facing backlash and praise for mandating Bible lessons in the state's public schools and for also sending out a video for all Oklahoma schools to watch where he announces his new Office of Religious Liberties and Patriotism and praying over President Trump. The move is being challenged in courts, and several of the state's school districts have not changed their curriculum, and this is something that they have the power to do by law. Superintendent Ryan Walters joins me now to talk more about this mandate. Ryan, good morning to you. Thank you for joining me on Morning in America.
Good morning. Thank you.
So this mandate and this video is getting a lot of buzz and pushback this week. Why should every student across Oklahoma be required to watch this video of you praying over President Trump and his team?
Look, President Trump has a mandate, and part of the mandate that he has is he's bringing prayer back to schools. He made that crystal clear in the election. So listen, what we've seen is the radical left and a Supreme Court dramatically out of step with the Constitution has stricken prayer from our public schools. That's absurd. We all have the free exercise of our religious beliefs. That was essential in the foundation of this country. And so listen, we're going to protect that. We wanted to make sure it was crystal clear to parents, teachers, and kids. We will not allow any more state-sponsored atheism going on in our schools, which is the targeting of any expression of religious beliefs. That's absurd. And so we're going to go back to upholding the Constitution in Oklahoma public schools as President Trump has clearly laid out for the country.
And, you know, Ryan, the Republican Party is the party of parental choice and leaving certain conversations up to parents. Why not send this video, this minute-and-a-half video, out to parents and say, hey, if you choose to play this, great. If not, that's okay, too.
Look, I have my religious beliefs as well that I get the freedom to express. And so that was what was crystal clear in this video. I said, listen, students, to be clear, you don't have to pray. You can pray however you want. This is my prayer, but you can pray however you want. And it's very, very crystal clear that we have seen teachers punished for their religious beliefs. We've seen students punished for expressing their religious beliefs. We have the Office of Religious Liberty now in the state of Oklahoma underneath the Department of Education. We will protect this religious freedom. Look, every county here voted for President Trump. We want to have prayer back in school. We want to protect students' right to pray or not to pray. And again, we're crystal clear. Students, we're not pushing a religion on you, but what we are going to do is protect your right to express those beliefs.
You know, to your point, all 77 counties voted red in this election and the last three. At least seven superintendents of major school districts in Oklahoma have said that they're not going to play this video. What's your message to them, and what happens? Do they face consequences if they don't play this?
Yeah, look, I've got some rogue superintendents here that we've been dealing with. These are the same superintendents that went out and sued me to keep genderqueer and flamer in their classroom. So let's just be crystal clear. They want to push left-wing indoctrination on kids, but they don't even want to allow the Bible in as a historical document or allow a prayer to be said in a school. This is the problem. We have rejected and allowed state-sponsored atheism to happen in our schools because we have woke school leaders that want to force atheism. The reality is, if some kid wants to pray, if a teacher wants to pray, they can absolutely do that. Our religious liberties are protecting the Constitution. They are God-given rights, and we have to recognize on the school grounds. President Trump won an overwhelming election speaking unapologetically about getting our schools back on track. Protecting religious liberty is absolutely crucial in that. Think about this. Every educational statistic has gotten worse since we created a federal Department of Education, and we brought in a Supreme Court rulings that have no adherence to the Constitution. Frankly, Judge Judy's got more adherence to the Constitution than the Warren Court in the 1960s. So it's time to get our kids back on track by helping protect those religious liberties that are so important in our nation.
And Ryan, last question. How do you respond to folks who say you're doing this in an effort to be tapped as Trump's education secretary?
What I would say is what we're doing is we're enacting a clear agenda from President Trump. He won every county here. He won an overwhelming mandate across the country. Every state should be doing what we're doing, which is bringing about the change Americans want to see.
Have you talked to him about that role?
Oh, look, we've had conversations with his team, but that's a decision for those guys to make. I have the utmost confidence President Trump will pick a great person, and I can't wait to work with him.
Superintendent Ryan Walters, thank you so much for joining me and your time this morning on Morning.
Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like he's twisting President Trump's words a little bit there. I mean, we covered almost every single rally and live event that President Trump did. We only missed like 3 or 4 of them. And he didn't talk about bringing praying back into school. He did talk about freedom of religion and stuff like that. He did talk about doing away with the Department of Education and having schools go back to the states and the parents. But I feel like he's kind of twisting President Trump's words, saying that President Trump was talking about bringing prayer back into school. I'd never heard him say that. Not even when he was at those Catholic or Christian events or any of that stuff. Never talked about bringing praying back into school. I understand that school has gotten worse since they've taken God out of school, but the teachers can't even teach reading, writing, and math. I don't want them teaching the Bible. I don't want them pushing religion on people just as much as I don't want them making children pledge allegiance to rainbow flags and shit like that. Get the basics down, and then we can worry about extracurricular activity. I think the Bible should be referenced in teaching our history of American history and culture and whatever, because our founders believed in God and they believed in the Bible and things like that. I think it could be referenced in those kind of situations. But to demand Bibles in classrooms, to think that teachers are going to correctly teach the Bible or religion in any kind of fashion is hard to believe. Like I said, they can't even teach reading, writing, and math. What makes you think they're going to be able to teach the Bible or teach religion or teach the love of God? Things like that. They can't. They can't. The teacher's about as dumb as the students are. So I don't know. I think it's a good effort on this guy's part. Obviously, he believes in God and he believes in the Bible and he has his own beliefs of what children should and shouldn't be learning. But it sounds like he's obviously biased in the situation, probably even blinded by it, because I think it's a slippery slope. Like we've said before, we just covered Tennessee or Kentucky or somewhere where they were going to have the 10 Commandments posted in every classroom, and that just got shut down. And as we were talking about that, you wouldn't want the Quran on the wall. You wouldn't want the children to be learning, Sharia law and stuff like that. But they could, because if you're going to allow one, then, you could allow the other one and all of that. So it's hard to say. I think it's a slippery slope, and I think the teachers should focus on reading, writing, and math and not worry about God or gay or any of that other stupid shit. They should just leave that to the parents. Leave the extra stuff to the parents. Like, just teach the basics. So when they get out, at least they can get a job or something, instead of being protesters, being activists, and all that nonsense. Let the parents teach that. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm sure everybody's all pissy, but whatever's whatever. Next up, we got some gossip here. It's titled House Ethics Committee Weighs Releasing Gaetz' Report. Now, apparently, Matt Gaetz back in 2001 was accused of sexual assault by a 17-year-old or something like that. And it's kind of sounding like one of those situations where they're like, yeah, 20 years ago, this one thing happened and I seen it, but I didn't say anything until now that I found out he's going to be the AG. Now we need to bring this up. Now, I don't know exactly that that's the case, but they're trying to bring the past up. And it's not just him. They're going after another one of Trump's picks as well. But either way, we're going to read through the chat really quick. We might play these next couple of videos back to back because they all have to do with each other. But we'll see. Either way, we're going to read through the chat really quick. See what you hooligans think about this proposal of having Bibles back in classrooms, as well as Alex Jones expressing what green-pilled is. Guess morals are taught by religion, not evolution. It's a fact. Yeah. Zero, those are Trump Bibles. I haven't heard about those Trump Bibles in a long time. Are they still selling this stuff? I can't remember how much they were. I want to say they were kind of expensive, though. Heard you say that was Alex Stein that Alex Jones was talking to? For some reason, I thought it was somebody else. Sam, old man Walter's going to get us into World War III. Yeah, it sounds like it. He let them use those missiles, and they didn't waste any time. They got them launched. They sent 6 into Russia or something like that already. Guess Biden will pardon Trump. Trump will pardon Hunter. My guess. Could be. Zero, the BS about Matt Gaetz was disproven. Well, they got new evidence now because they had cyber criminals go and hack all of his devices. Well, not specifically his devices, but devices where records on him were. Zero, they're selling them $60 each. Man, that's expensive for a Bible. Considering you can get them for free. It's really expensive. What's up, Turtle Mom? Happy freedom. What's up, Jack? Happy freedom to you. Cricket Kiss, Ukraine doesn't have satellites to control them. It's U.S. satellites under globalist orders. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. Pumpkin, even if the Bible was just sitting there, eventually someone will say, what's this? I mean, yeah, they could have it in the classroom. It's more about teaching from it that becomes an issue. Like I said, you wouldn't want them teaching other religions. I mean, it's true. I've never heard anybody say, man, I wish they taught more about Allah in school. But that's what would happen. That's exactly what would happen. Jack, kind of like the Hunter Biden laptop. That's exactly what this is like with the Matt Gaetz stuff. It's a bunch of secrecy kind of stuff going on. Now, I don't know if Matt Gaetz did it or not, but they're trying to do all this inside stuff. There's people that know about the reports, and there's other people who don't know about it, and they want it released, and now this other person's being accused of shit, and it's like, I don't know. And it seems like anytime someone's about to get a promotion near Capitol Hill, or just in general, really, any elected official, as soon as they're about to get a promotion or reelected, bam, sexual assault charges come out. It's like every single time. What's up, Freedom? Happy Freedom to you. It's reading through. What's up, Puffin Stuff? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Matthew? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Dutton? Happy Freedom. High Plains Drifter playing Sniper Elite version 2 and it rocks. I'll have to check it out. I haven't even heard of that. Silver Wolf Black Ops 6 sucks. Don't buy it. Well, it's made by pedophile sympathizers, so I wouldn't even consider buying it. What's up, Bob Smith? Happy Freedom. Mr. Satan, China's government is like, no Bible for America. Yeah, China is really against the Bible. So is North Korea. Big time. Pumpkin, can we have half red, half green? Well, I think people go from being red pilled to black pilled or green pilled. I don't think red pill is something. I think it's a temporary position. Because being red pilled just basically means somebody's waking you up. But once you're awake, you're making your own decisions. It's either always bad and it always will be. No matter what you do, it'll never get better. That's black pilled. And then green pilled is, yeah, everything sucks, but I have high hopes for the future, regardless of symptoms of what's going on. Like just having hope in general, even when you don't have reason to have it. That's green pilled. Silver Wolf, what about LA Kings? I don't even know what that is. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy Freedom to you. Ghostly, they aren't teaching the Bible, they're just putting the book in the building. So you would want other religious books in the building? Because that's the thing. You can look at it biased if you want to, but that's not how it's going to be. They're going to try and make it equal for everyone. Like, if you let poison of one kind of animal in the building, eventually they're going to want poison for all the animals in the building. That's how it's there's more than one religion in our country and outside of our country. So if you let one in the building, you're going to let them all in. Cricket Kiss, CCP is God there. Oh, yeah. In China. Yeah. Well, it's the same thing in North Korea. They think Kim Jong-un don't take shits. I can't even believe that. I can't believe that they believe it. Ghostly, the Quran is in school already. Well, where? It's a Pag. Happy Freedom to you. Chris, Christianity is part of America's founding, not Islam. Yeah, but still, they're going to try and bring it in because it's a religious thing. So if you let one religious thing in, they're going to try and let them all in. I don't know how you people are acting ignorant to what's happened in the last 4 years. You let one thing go, they're going to want the whole thing. Like, did you just wake up brand new today? I can't figure it out. I don't know why people are trying to argue with me about it. Like, you ain't seen what happened over the last 4 years. You haven't seen how these stupid people go. Like, you try to do one good thing and they're going to try and bring every bad thing with it. That's how it goes. So as much as I wish that kids knew more about the Bible and actually understood God, like I said, these idiots in the schools teaching the kids, they're all gay and too dumb to teach reading, writing, and math. You think they're going to teach about God? They're not going to. It's not going to work out. If anything, they'll over-glorify the devil. And what are you going to do when they got Satan worshiping shit going on in the schools? Because all you need is a Bible to know about the devil. Would you be happy about that? No, you're just talking out your ass because you're biased. What's up, Animated Adventure? Happy freedom. What's up, Blonde Beard? Happy freedom to you. Thomas, I like them purple pills. We should play that old Eminem song. Anime Adventure, Jeff took his black pill this morning. Somebody told me I was black pilled the other day, and I didn't really know what that was. I had to go look it up. Pumpkin, we've been mellowed since the election. Yeah. Matt, all they wanted was to get married and started the shit we're dealing with today. Well, that's what I'm trying to say, but some people, they're ignorant to the wind here. Either way, we're going to move forward. This next one is titled House Ethics Committee Weighs In Releasing Gaetz' Report. And like I said, Matt Gaetz is being accused of having sex with a 17-year-old at some point. Back in 2001 is when the accusations started. Apparently, they never got around to finishing the report. Not surprising. They don't ever get around to anything on Capitol Hill. But either way, we're going to get this started, and I think we're going to play the next one right afterwards because it's all about Matt Gaetz right now. Let's get this rolling. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble.
But first, let's start here. Developing overnight, Attorney General nominee Matt Gaetz is pushing back against new accusations related to his House Ethics Committee investigation. One Florida attorney says his client told the committee she saw Gaetz having sex with an underage girl. Gaetz has denied all wrongdoing, and this comes as Politico reports nearly a dozen Republican senators won't commit to confirming Gaetz, waiting to see whether the findings of the report come to light. News Nation's Brooke Schaefer is following the latest for us this morning. Brooke, good morning to you. How soon could that committee decide on whether or not to make the report public?
Marky, good morning. We've learned through a source on Capitol Hill that the House Ethics Committee will meet tomorrow as it weighs whether to release its report into former Congressman Matt Gaetz. The Ethics Committee, they've been investigating Gaetz since 2021, following claims he engaged in illicit drug use and sexual misconduct. This morning, an attorney for two women interviewed by the panel said the women allege Gaetz paid them for sex. That attorney telling News Nation's Leland Vittert one woman saw Gaetz having sex with her then 17-year-old friend several years ago at a party in Florida. That attorney saying his clients want the report released.
The testimony before the House was that my client walked out to the pool area and she witnessed Representative Gaetz having sex with her friend, which was under 17. That was the first party that she attended with Representative Gaetz. Right now, there's no way for the American people to decide whether or not my clients are credible because they have provided all this evidence, and Representative Gaetz resigned because he did not want this to become public.
Now, that attorney says his client testified that she did not think Gaetz knew the girl was underage and reportedly said Gaetz stopped the relationship when he learned she was 17, didn't pick things back up until she turned 18. Gaetz, for his part, he's denied any wrongdoing. The House ethics investigation seemingly coming to an abrupt halt when Gaetz resigned from Congress last week after being tapped by Trump for attorney general. But this morning, the debate over whether we should see that report continuing to heat up on Capitol Hill with a possible vote from the Ethics Committee happening tomorrow. Marky?
And Brooke, President-elect Trump is still rolling out picks for his second administration, but he's reportedly taking a detour down to Texas today. What all do we know about this trip?
Yeah, President-elect Trump will likely attend a SpaceX launch today in Texas. That's according to two sources familiar with the planning. This as Trump continues to staff up his cabinet. Late yesterday, announcing former Wisconsin representative and Fox News contributor Sean Duffy as his nominee for Transportation Secretary. Among his responsibilities, Trump said Duffy will eliminate DEI for pilots and air traffic controllers. This morning, though, there are still some roles we are waiting to see filled, including Trump's pick for Treasury Secretary. A source briefed on the developments tells News Nation that President-elect Trump continues to be dissatisfied with the contenders for Treasury and is still looking at other candidates for this key position. Our source saying that Trump wants a Wall Street type role to fill the Treasury Secretary role, but many of the prospects don't support Trump's proposal for an increase in tariffs. Marky?
Brooke Schaefer, thank you so much. Thanks for watching.
So they're trying to bring this out on Matt Gaetz, and it's weird because they referenced years ago. Now, the investigation started in 2021, but I don't know when the accusations are from. It just says years ago. Now, like they said, they're accusing him of sleeping with some 17-year-old, and it's really weird how they pass the story around. They're like, oh, we got a testimony from a girl who said she knew the girl that was getting humped by Matt Gaetz out by the pool. Why are you going to say it like that? Why do you got to say it like that? And with that being said, that's not the end of the line there. The next video, and we're going to get right into this. Cybercriminal gains access to testimony on Matt Gaetz. And man, that is super convenient. Come on, man. It is super convenient that Republicans are constantly being targeted by cybercriminals. And every time they are, it just magically benefits Democrats. It just happens over and over again. J.D. Vance and President Trump, their devices were attacked by cybercriminals. Then all the information was handed to the Democrats, and nobody knows how that happened. It just did. Now all of a sudden, reports from Matt Gaetz' ethics report are now being targeted by cybercriminals and then handed over to the news and handed over to Democrats and all that. It's like, well, that's really nice and convenient. Either way, we're going to get right into this, and then we'll read through the chat really quick.
Everyone here to Live Now from Fox. We do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you here. New York Times reporting that a hacker is said that they have identified and claimed some files, gaining access with testimony, damaging testimony against Matt Gaetz. We want to just play out just a little bit of some file video here of Matt Gaetz. But according to the New York Times, an unidentified hacker gained access to a file shared in a secure link among lawyers with clients who have given damaging testimony related to Matt Gaetz, President-elect Donald J. Trump's choice to be Attorney General. A person with knowledge of the activity has said the file is said to include sworn testimony by a woman who said that she had sex with Mr. Gaetz back in 2017 when she was 17 years old, in addition to testimony by a second woman who said that she had witnessed the encounter. The material does not appear to have been made public by the hacker. The revelation came as Donald Trump was rolling out initial details of his domestic policy agenda, and as he continues to consider candidates for several high-level positions critical to enacting his agenda there. So we'll keep an eye on this one. Again, being reported by the New York Times here with a hacker that gaining some very, very private information right now and testimony that could be damaging against Matt Gaetz there. And of course, Matt Gaetz will have to go up against the Senate confirmation here for to become Attorney General. So we'll be keeping an eye on that for you, as always, on Live Now from Fox. We are going to take another.
Well, like I said, it's really convenient that anytime the Democrats need some dirt on Republicans or they need a leg up, all of a sudden Republicans get targeted by cyber criminals. They don't know who the cyber criminals are. They never figure out who it is. There's never any consequences to having your devices targeted by a cyber criminal. But it always benefits the Democrats every single time. So we'll see if they actually have the real testimony from the supposed 17-year-old, who's now not 17, obviously. But that's not all. There's another one of President Trump's picks that is facing questions about paying a woman who accused him of sexual assault. Now, I cannot remember what this guy's name is, but he's the individual that was just recruited from the Fox network. He's now being accused of sexual assault. But we'll get into that next. First, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about the shit they're saying about Matt Gaetz. Snooks, a Dem hacker. Yeah, I shouldn't have said the H word. The H word is so bad on YouTube. They watch YouTube. And when you say that stuff in videos or you make videos about cyber criminals and you refer to them as the H word, you'll start seeing password reset on all of your accounts and stuff. They will target you for saying that stuff. Just like if you go on social media, you go into X, you go into True Social, you go into any social media platform, you start talking about cyber criminals, you refer to them as the H word, you'll start having bots target you saying, hey, so-and-so can help you with your account, just go and DM them. Well, that's a cyber criminal, and that's their bots trying to trick you into engaging with the cyber criminal. And once you do, you're telling that cyber criminal that you're a vulnerable person. That's why you're posting about it on social media. Oh no, I just got targeted. And now cyber criminals are trying to get in on that. It's kind of like being in jail. Somebody targets you, you don't fight back, everyone will start targeting you. And that's how cyber criminals behave. They're pieces of shit. A bunch of lowlifes. Zero Pete Hegseth. Thank you for letting me know, Zero. Yep, now they're saying he's getting sexual assault charges too. And that's after they spent a week or something claiming he's a white supreme pizza. He's got some sort of iron cross tattoo on his chest or on his arm or something, and they were trying to say that's a white supreme pizza symbol. Some people say it has to do with like a knight in shining armor, whatever, that kind of field of stuff, but supposedly it has something to do with Christianity. But according to the left, it's a white supreme pizza symbol. Now he's getting sexual assault accusations. Guess media will stay on this forever, but the Democrat page gets cornholed on video in the Senate chambers. Media goes quiet. Yeah, that video died really quick. They stopped talking about that almost immediately. It's like Hunter Biden. He was all in the news for not participating when he was called to the Senate and all of that. He went on the steps, he made a little press briefing, then got in a limo and drove away instead of going into the Senate hearing room where he was supposed to go. And now look, they don't even talk about him. He was at Disney World or Disneyland over the weekend. People spotted him. There's pictures of him floating around. Apparently he went there with some, I don't know if it's his wife or what it is, some woman and his kid. And I guess they all went to Disney World or Disneyland, and he looked like old man Walter. Those videos they show of him, he's kind of got the same stance, like he's just lost. Except, Hunter's probably high. He's probably not suffering from dementia yet. But they don't talk about Hunter Biden. They don't ever talk about the Democrats. Matt Gaetz was born in May of 82. Weird. I thought Matt Gaetz was a lot older than me than he actually is. Hair juicer, Florida requires 8 weeks to nominate Matt's replacement. I'm trying to think. There was talk of who was going to replace Matt Gaetz, and now I can't remember who it was. It wasn't a video, though. It was a post. Otherwise, I would have added it to the schedule. I can't remember who it is now. I want to say it's a woman. And they were talking about having her replace Matt Gaetz, and then there was a bunch of controversy because people thought that that woman was saying she was going to replace Matt Gaetz as the Attorney General instead of understanding it was replacing his seat. Zero, was Matt Gaetz 18 at the time? Probably, if it's true. It's hard to say. I don't know when the accusations are from. Snooks, Laura Trump. Yes, that's who I was thinking, is Laura Trump. Sam, well, there's some angry woman who wants to brag about having sex with powerful men. Really nothing new. Yeah, it's getting old. It's getting old. It's almost like crying wolf, Every time an elected official gets a promotion or gets up for re-election, all of a sudden there's sexual assault allegations. And now it happens so often that you're kind of inclined to not believe it. You're like, it's probably not true. And really, they could be a victim. But you don't believe it because it happens every single time an elected official is either up for re-election or they're about to get a promotion. Yeah, pumpkin Laura Trump. Kevin, Matt's the same age as you? He's a few years older than me. What's up, Energy Woman? Happy freedom. What's up, Rip Curl? Happy freedom to you. Pumpkin, just give everyone sexual assault and they'll all feel special. Pumpkin, that's not good advice. You can't just sexually assault anybody all willy-nilly, Pumpkin. Goodness. What's up, Muskie Boss? Happy freedom. I will let Klaus know. He'll probably be joining us in a little bit. I gave him snacks before I started the live. Gio, it's a Jerusalem cross. Yeah, I've heard his references that too, but to the left, they think it's white supremacy. They said it was a swastika. They think it's the same thing. MU, the closer we get to the inauguration, the more corrupt the Dems get. I agree. They're trying to sabotage it. They're trying to mess everything up so when President Trump comes in, he can start off on the wrong foot. And they can go, oh, look at Trump's America, and condemn him for everything that they actually started. And that's if they can't find a way to prevent him from becoming president, because everybody's still worried that on J6 that Hine Harris isn't going to certify the election and that it's going to be bad for President Trump. They'll do audits or they'll do whatever they think they're going to do. And then look at the states that are still counting ballots right now, like 2 weeks out from the election and still counting ballots, trying to figure out how to make blue team win even this far out. It's nasty what they're doing. And I keep finding little clips. I can't find a whole clip, otherwise I'd add it on the schedule, but I keep finding little clips that the Democrats are doing something weird with Medicaid or Medicare. I don't know which one is which, but one of them, you pay for it, you have some sort of premium, but it's really low because it's assistance. And the Democrats, because they were trying to fund the Green New Deal or whatever, they made some changes that's going to make one or the other, I don't know if it's Medicaid or Medicare, but it's going to make it go up 5 times. Whatever your premium is or whatever you got to pay per month or whatever, it's going to go up by 5 times. And what they've been doing for the last year is postponing it so it won't go into effect until like March of 2025. So when President Trump's in office, all of a sudden we're going to see Medicare or Medicaid, it's one or the other, it's going to go up by 5 times in price. And it's going to screw everybody that's got it. And it's going to look like it's Trump's fault because it's all being delayed. But I haven't been able to find a solid video on it. I'll see if I can find something and we'll add it onto the schedule tomorrow. Mary Todd, Dems party with Epstein and Diddy. Fake News Network, yep. News Nation, they cry really hard. Zupia, now supposedly a 17-year-old in 2017, when he was a politician, and someone randomly watched both of these incidents. Okay, just like Trump had whores pee on him. I forgot about that, Zupia. He was in Russia at a hotel. He had some hookers peeing on him. I mean, I don't know what you do with your weekends, but Trump, he was living it up. I forgot all about that. What's up, Life Like? Happy freedom. Supia, Gaetz is 42. If this happened in 2001, he was 18 years old, having sex with a 17-year-old. This is a joke, especially if accusations happened before the report. That would make him 17 as well. Well, the other thing is why didn't it matter when he got into office the first time? Right? If he did this bad stuff back in the day or whatever, how come nobody remembered it when he, got elected in the first place, before he became the AG? How come it didn't get brought up then? It's just now it matters. Now he's going to be the AG. Oh, just remembered. Just like President Trump, right? He's about to become president. And they're like, oh, wait a minute. 26 years ago, this happened. We're going to bring it up right now, though. I just remembered. I don't know. It's no good. I know that. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom. What's up, Shroomish? Happy freedom. News Nation is just CNN on social media. Yeah, they are a lot like CNN. Cricket Kiss, a dozen preschoolers could have hand counted them by now. Yeah, Cricket Kiss, for sure. They're trying to figure out how to fudge the numbers. What's up, Salty Senior? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Hooligans Island? Happy freedom. What's up, Scott? Happy freedom to you. Hooligans Island, they're already planning on impeaching him before the inauguration. Yeah, they want to try and get him on insurrections or whatever, but I don't know how they're going to do that because they couldn't charge him with an insurrection. They held the trial already, and they couldn't get him on it. Locked and loaded. It's not the Jerusalem cross. It's the Knights Templar cross, Catholicism. See, and that's what I was saying, locked and loaded. A lot of people are saying it's a Knight's cross. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. The only thing I know for sure, it's not a swastika, like President Trump calls them. It's not a swastika like the left wants to make those claims. What's up, Stoner? Happy freedom. Matt, they said 2 different years in the story. They said 2001 and then 2017, so who really knows? Yeah, and see, and I don't even know if they have those years confirmed. A lot of these news networks, they're just reporting on gossip mostly. Yeah, Sam. I know, old man Walter. He's trying to get us involved in World War III. We'll see how that all goes. I'm kind of surprised that Russia didn't strike back already, because Ukraine sent 6 long-range missiles into Russia. Russia knocked down 5 of them. They didn't say anything about what happened to the 6th one. It just fucking disappeared, I guess. Went and had a beer at the bar. Called it a day. But I'm kind of surprised that Russia didn't fight back, and we'll see. Maybe they still will. Next up, we got Trump Defense Secretary Pick is facing questions about paying a woman who accused him for sexual assault. Just cuz. All right, hooligans, let's get this rolling. And don't forget, hit that thumbs up over on Rumble.
President-elect Donald Trump at a UFC fight over the weekend, while preparing for his own battle as controversy grows over 2 of his top cabinet picks. New revelations tonight that Mr. Trump's choice for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth paid a woman who accused him of sexual assault and had her sign a non-disclosure agreement. Hegseth's attorney saying his client is completely innocent of what he calls a consensual encounter. The Washington Post reporting the woman's friend sent a memo, which NBC News has not seen, to the Trump team this week, alleging Hegseth raped the then 30-year-old conservative group staffer in his room after drinking at a hotel bar. Police confirmed they investigated the incident when the woman filed a complaint, but the local district attorney did not bring charges.
We'll figure out if he can get confirmed or not. And I do think that Pete's a good pick for this position.
All this as Trump's choice for Attorney General, Matt Gaetz, raises more alarms. Lawmakers calling for the House Ethics Committee to release its report of a since-closed probe into allegations of sexual misconduct and illicit drug use the former Florida congressman denies. But House Speaker Mike Johnson insists the report should stay sealed.
They'll have a rigorous review and vetting process in the Senate, but they don't need to rely upon a report or a draft report.
Meanwhile, sources familiar say Mr. Trump is considering his transition team co-chair Howard Lutnick and his economic advisor Scott Bessent for Treasury Secretary. Elon Musk putting his finger on the scale, writing, Bessent is a business-as-usual choice, whereas Howard Lutnick will actually enact change. The president-elect's latest pick coming Saturday, tapping fracking company CEO Chris Wright as energy secretary.
Allie is joining us now. And Allie, President-elect Trump doesn't have that many more cabinet selections to.
So anyways, more accusations on Capitol Hill. So this is his tattoo that is all controversial. Can I make it full size? Maybe. This right here, that cross on his chest is what the liberals are all crying about. They're like, that's why Supreme Pizza material and all this stuff. I think it's funny they're not bitching about the AR that's tattooed on his bicep. No, bitching about the crosses. That's how it goes. These soft and stupid people in here, they always got something to bitch about, especially on Capitol Hill. So we'll see. And like I said, when whenever an elected official is up for a promotion or re-election, these accusations come out of sexual assault, and it happens so often that you're inclined to not believe it. But what if that person really is a victim? There ain't an ounce in my body that feels like they're a victim, but they could be. But I have to cover so much of this shit that it's like I just am inclined to not believe it, just to believe that it's not true. The other problem is that most of the time when these things really happen, they don't come forth right away. Time has to pass for them to be able to get to a point where they're able to make accusations against the predator did that to them, right? So the whole flow of how things go in general makes it so hard to believe. And then you see when you add in an elected official, these accusations, they just come out of nowhere. So we'll see what's going on with Matt Gaetz, because he's actually got a report that's going to end up coming out, and we'll see how it goes, because according to the cyber criminals, they have a recording from the supposed victim of Matt Gaetz. Now with the defense secretary, how are they going to figure that out? Testimony? That's all they got is a testimony? I don't know if they can get you for sexual assault on a testimony. I'm pretty sure they got to have more evidence than that. But either way, they're just trying to screw it up for them and ultimately try and screw over President Trump, because it makes him look bad. If President Trump is putting in predators, right, giving them all promotions and stuff, then ultimately it makes President Trump look bad. Now, I don't think that's the case, but that's how Democrats are trying to paint this up. Next up, we got Speaker Johnson speaks to the press to clarify remarks about bill targeting shape-shifting lawmakers. Now, this individual who refers to themselves as Sarah McBride, they're a shapeshifter. They're a Democrat, and they were elected by Delaware to go be a senator or whatever. They're going to be a congressman or whatever the hell. And like I said in the beginning, talking about Sarah McBride is what got me suspended on Twitch. What I think is really entertaining is I think this video that we're about to play itself would get me suspended on Twitch, because Speaker Mike Johnson makes it very clear. You can't play for one team, go get surgery, and now you're on the other team. That's not how things actually work. And so this video itself would be controversial over on Twitch, but that's okay, because Twitch can go fuck themselves. But either way, we're going to read through the chat really quick before we get on to Mike Johnson and some hate speech that he has coming up. Breeze by you, they're just scared of Matt. They know that they're all corrupt. Yeah. Well, I think they're scared of the whole Trump team. I think the whole Trump team has got them all worried. Guess I'm announcing that I got drunk. Kamala and Hillary Clinton ran a train on me. I accidentally deleted the video like the FBI does. Yeah, I had to wipe those emails too like Hillary. I understand, Guess some. I'm sorry. I feel terrible for you, Guess some. I don't know how you got that stank out the meat, but that's all right. That's all right. We're going to have to form a club for Guess Some. We'll get redemption for Guess Some. Yes. Snooks, some members of the Senate are upset about the tattoos. Nah, they'll get over it. What's up, Breeze by you? Happy freedom? Matt, she cheated on her husband and then claimed rape. That's very interesting, Matt. People in their decisions. Holy. Sam, there's too much toxic masculinity in Trump's team for the soft and the stupids. I agree, Sam. It's got them all bent out of shape. They don't know what to do. It's funny. It's funny all the different speculations they have, from like work camps and deporting Americans and just all kinds of stuff. Putting reporters in cages. These people are totally out of their mind. What's up, 10 Man? You just dropping cuss words in the chat, or what's going on? Did you lose the 10mm socket? Those cuss words strung together. That's what I'm getting. Sam, wash your wiener. Yeah, that's good advice. That's good advice. What's up, Air 16? Happy freedom to you. Energy Woman, it is the Iron Cross. Worship no man or thing, then there is very little to worry about, the cat said. Wow. I know they're all mad at his tattoos, which I think is really weird. It's really weird. I don't like you because your tattoos. Okay. I don't know. I wonder if he's got any video game tattoos, and people could be mad about that. Oline, a real action team is coming. Fantastic. I agree. Can't wait. Oh, I've just remembered. I created a page for you guys. Let me see. I showed everybody in the chat on the website. But if you ever want to know... Oh, hold on. Wham. If you ever want to know how long we got until Inauguration Day, I made a page for it. So go to jeffmaclive.com/countdown. You don't need a membership in order to see it. And we have an ongoing countdown clock to Inauguration Day because you hooligans were asking for it yesterday. So once again, if you go to jeffmaclive.com/countdown, you can check out the timer for how many days, hours, minutes, and seconds we have until it is Inauguration Day. Kevin, you put your Christmas stuff up today? I always cry when I put it up. I hate Christmas. I don't hate the holiday. I just hate the time of year. It's a winter wasteland. I'll drop this link in the chat for you guys. Make it easier so you don't have to type it all out. There you go. Now you can tell. You can keep track how long we got until Inauguration Day. Wham. Either way, reading through. Oh yeah, we got Shapeshifter Talk coming up. Snooks, I would never wash my hands in that sink. Little Hillary Clinton goes a long way. It's not good. It's like AIDS. It'll kill you. What happened, Tin Man? Oh, you're dipping out. Salty Senior, they will stop at nothing to stop freedom. Absolutely. They don't want to forfeit their power. They just don't know how to say that on TV. Rip Krill, it's not about the cheer. It's about the snow, and you mix wintertime and vehicles and really stupid people all together, and it just ends up being a giant shit sandwich. And I can't stand it. I can't stand wintertime. People are too dumb to be driving vehicles. And I mean, they're too dumb to be driving vehicles in the summertime. But in the wintertime, you can only do so much to get out of the way. You know, you're driving on 8 inches of ice and all that. Turtle Mom, lots of people have lost what Christmas is about. Oh, they'll be arguing about it when we get to December. People will say, oh, it's about God, and I don't believe in God, so I'm not participating. And then other people will say, well, it's about Christianity, and I'm not a Christian, so I'm not going to participate. Then you'll have the black pill people who are like, oh, it's not even Jesus' birthday. You're celebrating for no reason. You're a piece of shit. And then you have other people going, it's not Jesus' birthday. It's a pagan holiday, and you're worshiping a false idol. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And all that ends up happening is nobody celebrates Christmas. Everybody fucking hates each other. And then we all just walk around miserable. We bitch about it every year. And I do my best when we get near Christmas time to try and bring out that we should be celebrating each other. And if you're not looking forward to Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner, just get geared up for not liking it. Just go ahead, go there, make it a shitty time for everybody. Fuck it. But you still got to go. That's the thing. You can't opt out. You got to go. If someone's not crying in the parking lot, you're not celebrating the holidays correctly. So you got to go. You got to be with each other. You got to make those memories. Of course, try and have a good time. Don't go and shit on everybody. I'm just kidding when I say that. But without it, we're all spending holidays alone. We're all doing nothing. We're all just being bitter. And we have the whole fucking year to do that. So why do it on the holidays? But just letting you know, you're going to see it in the chat. Happens every year. Happens every year. We get near time to vote, people talk about why they don't want to vote. We get near the holidays, everyone wants to talk about how they're not going to celebrate the holidays. So, I don't know. It is the way it is. It's going to change, though, because we're going to say Merry Christmas again. President Trump said so. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. What's up, Kung Fu? Happy freedom to you. Salty Senior, by the way, what is an atmospheric river? I have no idea. I have no idea what that is. Stoner, all these commies have a hammer and sickle tat. Fire them all. That's right, Stoner. And you know, I wonder what is everybody else's tattoos that are all bent out of shape. Mary Todd, 35 days till Christmas. And counting. Maybe we should make a clock for that too. I could just do the whole page up. We'll just have all kinds of timers on there for different reasons. Kung Fu, haven't been this hungover in a long time. Oh, that's rough stuff. I don't know any of those home remedy cures for a hangover. None of that stuff's ever worked for me. Weird. You guys are getting buffering on the website. Well, if it gets too bad, we'll end up putting the Rumble player there, and it would save me $50 a month. Pumpkin, I thought the atmospheric river was a California thing. Is CA California or is that Canada? Either way, I've never heard of it. I don't know where it happens. I've never heard of it, though. Jack, a moving body of air. Like KJP? She's just hot air. What's up, Viola? Happy freedom to you. Trump and Elon together at SpaceX Starship launch. Yeah. One of the videos we played earlier was talking about how President Trump was heading to SpaceX to go watch the 5th or 6th practice launch of some spaceship thing. Sage Pup, I went to boot camp in Chicago during the worst winter in over 50 years. I will never go back to that area. No, I believe it's Sage Pup. Yeah, it turns into a winter wasteland around here. Chicago's just across the lake from me. And it gets cold. Cold and shitty and bad drivers. Zero, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, J6, and then Inauguration Day. Then Jeff's birthday. Yep, you're right. You're right. We're going to make a calendar. Pumpkin, you love Thanksgiving and Christmas? That's cool. Turtle Mom, after my son grew up, I don't put up a tree. Do you have cats? Because I've no matter how old I get, as long as I got Klaus, I'm going to put up a tree because he loves the damn tree. He loves it. I normally put one up so you guys can see it in the background, but it always affects the camera. So I don't know if we're going to do that this year. I'm trying to think of what to do instead. Here, Juicer, we should start a rumor about the hooligan badge being racist when I run for office, free advertisement. I'm worried that they're already doing that. Every once in a while, it's like once every 7 months, somebody shows up and talks about how hooligans were a racist group in Europe in like the 60s or something or other, and then that makes us bad people here. It happened. I've had it happen like 6 or 7 times where somebody shows up and says all that shit. They show up and they're like, I hate all of you people because you're all racist. And then they start dropping like definitions of bullshit. Like I said, from Europe from like 80 years ago or some shit. And it's like, that has nothing to do with us. Nothing at all. So Air Juicer, it'd be very easy to get them on that path. Very nice, get some. That is a good description there. An iron or a knight cross, a religious cross, the legs crossed, crisscross. Mm-hmm. Yes. Almost hate speech, but not quite. Guess hooligans were a soccer game. I don't know what that word is. Anarchies? Yeah, that's another thing is they have to do with soccer. But yeah, somebody brings that bullshit up every once in a while. Read through a little bit more and we'll get onto these. Mike Johnson describing what bathroom that shapeshifter is going to use when they get to Capitol Hill. Stoner, they made ICP fans a gang. Yeah, yep. Ghostly, football hooligans are racist? No. European. All you gotta do is Google it. You got Google. Google it. I think if you just type in hooligan, it's one of the first things that pop up is that it used to be a group of white supreme pizzas in Europe or some bullshit. Jack, boomer and what is this? Unabashed mansplainer. Yeah, mansplaining. I love it. good stuff. What's up, Boosted Flames? Happy freedom. Boosted Flames, make a calendar for Klaus each month. Happy freedom. Yes, we should. That's such a good idea. Make a Klaus calendar. Viola. Oh, they're live with the SpaceX stuff. That's cool. It's windy in Texas, so you can't really hear what they're talking about. Well, thank you for letting me know, Viola. What's up, Sean T? Happy freedom. Thomas with the crisscross. Very nice. So we're going to get into this next one. This is Mike Johnson dropping some hate speech. If you're soft and stupid, then it's hate speech. These damn Democrats, they just, anytime you don't agree with them, it's hate speech. Holy shit. Come on, mouse, you're going to die on me right now? Do the thing, you fucking bastard. Yo, why right now? Don't do this right now. Okay, good lord. Having a day today. I'm doing everything I can to resist it, but it's going to happen whether I want it to or not. Once again, this is Speaker Johnson speaks with press to clarify remarks about bill targeting a shape-shifting lawmaker.
Hello, everybody. I just want to make a statement for all of you here and be very clear. I was asked a question this morning at the leadership gaggle, and I rejected the premise because the answer is so obvious. For anybody who doesn't know my well-established record on this issue, let me be unequivocally clear. A man is a man, and a woman is a woman, and a man cannot become a woman. That said, I also believe, that's what Scripture teaches, what I just said, but I also believe that we treat everybody with dignity, and so we can do and believe all those things at the same time. And I wanted to make that clear for everybody because there's lots of questions. But that's where I stand. I've stood there my whole life, and those are facts.
So what are these special accommodations that you'll take?
Yeah, Speaker Johnson there dropping that hate speech really quick. You're either one or the other. You can't change teams. You have to play for the team that God gave you. I should have said it like that the other day. Twitch is bullshit suspended me on that nonsense. I want to know what Sarah McBride's real name is, considering it's a fucking dude, We'll see when they get on Capitol Hill. But according to Speaker Johnson, they'll be using the dude's bathroom because that's where they're supposed to be. What's really interesting is how many of those kind of questions were coming his way. There was another video before he had made that statement. He had spoke from the podium, and there was a lot of questions coming his way about the shapeshifter. Like, how are they going to be treated? Are they getting special treatment? Do they get their own bathroom and all this other stuff? That right there is why we don't need this stupid shit. Like, what you prefer sexually shouldn't be your whole damn identity. Because now, like, everybody else has got to participate in the bullshit. Makes no sense. Next up, we got Ukraine fires long-range U.S.-made missiles into Russia. Biden claims that he allowed Ukraine to use those missiles because Russia was using North Korean troops. Now, we were covering the North Korean troops going into Russia to help them fight against Ukraine and all of that. It was kind of difficult to cover because they were saying it was speculation. It wasn't verified until after people started already, I can't even think of what the word is now, basically abandoning their post. North Koreans got outside North Korea and they were like, oh, it's not a shithole like we thought it was. And they started taking off and stuff like that. And I don't know, I guess they weren't doing so hot. But either way, supposedly that is why Biden allowed them to use the missiles, is because Russia was siding with North Korea. Either way, it's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Speaker Johnson dropping that hate speech in front of everybody. Yeah, Breeze by you, this dude right here. Special treatment for this dude because he wanted to wear a dress, put on makeup. Stupid. So stupid. Either way. Snug, Sarah was married to a shape-shifting man who died soon after they married. Interesting, Snooks. I wonder what caused it. What does this say? Guess crazy. I didn't realize. So guess I went and found this. This is the Cambridge, from the Cambridge Dictionary. Hooligan definition in the Cambridge English Dictionary, meaning of hooligan in English, online group gathering of people who have the same beliefs, and the men tend to be very hot. The women tend to be extremely sexy. See, and that's true. That's true. Later on, we'll get President Trump to confirm this, but for now, we can believe that that's true. Thank you for finding that, guess you're awesome. Here's user, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Sleep all night and I work all day. That's right. Oh, I'm going to take advantage of the situation. Yes, there we go. It's the only place where you can type that. Over on the website. Mike T, can't put lipstick on a pig and expect a difference. It's true. In the music industry, we refer to it as rolling a turd in glitter. No matter how much you do it, it's still a turd. Pumpkin, I can't agree with that. Oh, I can't argue with that. Thank God. Thank God I could read twice. Holy, my dyslexia is kicking my ass today. Yeah, Pumpkin, I agree. That seems like the real definition to me. Kevin, I'm so ugly I could haunt the house. I mean, we all serve our own purpose here, Kevin. No worries. No worries. Have you seen Klaus? You got to put up with that face every day. He says the same thing about me. Turtle Mom, mental illness. Yeah. And it's in Congress now, or Senate, or whatever. North Korean soldiers found the e-girls. That's when they started deserting. That's how it went. What's up, FEMA region? Happy freedom. Pumpkin, the ladies won't let him use their bathroom. Yeah, I'm not sure how they came to that conclusion. You would think on Capitol Hill is where they just have a bathroom. It would just be one bathroom. And just everybody uses it. And it's one toilet. But they still go in there as groups of individuals. Like, they all kiss each other. You saw Jill Handler. When Old Man Walter was addressing the nation, Jill Handler was over there sucking on Doug Emhoff's face. So I'm surprised they don't hold hands while they use the bathroom and stuff. I don't know. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. Air 16, not sorry. I like Mike. He seems to be a controversial person. Mike Johnson, he's kind of shifty, but I think he's right. I think what he just said was totally on the money there. Ghostly. Of course, Ghostly. We're all allowed to have our own opinions. No worries. Turtle Mom, I don't think my turtle will care for a tree. It might. You don't know. Turtle can't put up its own tree. Come on, man. Maybe. I don't know. I know if I didn't put up a tree, Klaus Daniels, he'd be bummed out. He'd be bummed out. Kevin, we could be in for a bad winter. Here it's been foggy and drizzling for weeks now. Even the fog in the fall is a storm in the winter. Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, it was sleeting yesterday. I was walking to the gas station, and it was, I think that's what it's called. It was sleeting out. It was like raining and snowing at the same time, and it was like slushy on the ground and all of that. Stoner, a turd rolled in glitter. Lizzo? Well, yeah. She stole it, though. That wasn't an original idea. She stole that. She decided to be a turd rolled in glitter. Yep. Viola, maybe they could just get porta potties and place them all around the Capitol buildings until they get it worked out and build or install more bathrooms. Yeah, Viola, I don't know. They could just have that person be the way that God made them, but either way, I don't know how they got elected. I didn't even know they were running until they won. I don't know. Shapeshifters. I'll never understand it. Thomas, but it's my shiny turd. That's right. All right, hooligans. We're going to move on to this next video here. I'll look it up here, Juicer. Okay, so this next one here, Ukraine fires long-range U.S.-made missiles into Russia. This is technically a follow-up video because we covered that Old Man Walter was going to give Ukraine the ability to launch these missiles at Russia, and they did. They didn't waste any time. So let's go ahead and get into this, and don't forget, hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble.
The Russian Defense Ministry says Ukrainian forces launched 6 long-range American-made missiles into Russia for the first time today. President Biden just days ago gave Kyiv the green light to use the ballistic missiles in the Kursk region of Russia. The Russian Defense Ministry claiming it shot down 5 of the missiles near a military facility in western Russia. Speaking to the European Union Parliament by video, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said now is the time to push Russia towards the negotiating table.
Together we have accomplished much, but we must not fear doing even more.
Today, Russian President Vladimir Putin updated his country's nuclear weapons policy. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov saying that now means Ukraine's use of non-nuclear weapons from the West against Russia can prompt a nuclear response.
So that is a worry. That is a worry for NATO countries, a worry for Ukraine.
Today marks 1,000 days of war between Russia and Ukraine. At least 10 people were killed and 13 injured in a Russian drone attack on 2 high-rise buildings and a hospital in Ukraine's Sumy region. The State Department says President Biden's decision to allow Ukraine's use of the long-range missiles was spurred by Russia's use of 10,000 North Korean soldiers in the war. Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
Well, that's our follow-up with the long-range missiles now being used inside or to hit Russia. We'll see if Russia does a response. I assume they will have a response of sorts. I don't know if it's going to be just threats or what, but Old Man Walter, he's trying to throw us in the fire here before President Trump gets into office. Like you saw on the countdown, we have like 60-something days or whatever. Let me see really quick. Pull up the countdown thing. "61 days. 61 days until President Trump's inauguration. That's a long time for Old Man Walter to fuck up our future." Next up, we got prosecutors oppose dismissing Trump's hush money conviction. Now, before we get into this, I want to give you guys a reminder really quick because I have not been doing any of that. If I could find it. If you hooligans would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Like I said, we're going to read through the chat really quick, but next up we got some updates on what's going on with President Trump's hush money trial that's, well, we were waiting on sentencing, but now it sounds like it's going to be paused. Either way, it's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat. Snooks, I'm going to freeze on Thursday when I go food shopping. It's going to be 66 here. Holy Snooks. Yeah, I've seen you Floridians in 60-degree weather. I hope you dress warm. That's like summertime weather for us. Breeze by you, it's rainy and nasty, or it was rainy and nasty out today until I was done being out and about. Now it's sunny and 67. Yeah, that's how it goes, Breeze by you. It's cold here. It's only like 40-something degrees here. Breeze by you, that was awesome what Mike Johnson just said. But I still don't fully trust him. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't. I don't know. Mike Johnson, he's kind of wishy-washy on things. Snooks, I'll still be wearing my flip-flops. Like I said, that's like summer weather to us. Like I'm saying, it's 40 degrees outside. I go outside in shorts right now. It's just the way it is. But in Florida, for some reason, 40 degrees seems like death in Florida. Mary Todd, it's 6 degrees here. Holy. Yeah, I wouldn't leave the house. Not at 6. Energy Woman, it's 10 where you are. Where the hell are you guys at? How is it so cold there? Kung Fu, wear your parka, Snooks. Yeah. Yep. What's up, SOS? Happy freedom to you. Turtle Mama's getting dragged by slowly. Yeah. It's because we're all waiting on the inauguration day. And it kind of sucks that it's like holding your breath. You know, you're holding your breath waiting for inauguration day, and the Democrats are like poking you and trying to tickle you and do all this stuff because they want to mess it up for you. And that's what it's like. I mean, it's actually a lot worse than that, but it's what it feels like. Pumpkin, I told Walter this wasn't a good idea, and he did it anyway. Yeah, Pumpkin, I know. I was there. He don't listen. He just don't listen. Trump girl, I knew the Dems would get us into World War III. Yep, we're on the brink of it. Cricket Kiss, Putin's not playing nice with the globalists. Yeah. Mary Todd, that is not pushing for negotiations. No, it's pushing for retaliation. And that's dumb that they even said it like that. They're like, yeah, well, so we launched rockets at him, and now we want to negotiate. No, that's not how it goes. You can't punch the guy in the face and be like, okay, we're going to talk it out now. No, you already threw the punch. It's too late. Told the carrot snowing where you are? Holy. What's up, 5D? Happy freedom to you. Turbo, happy freedom. It's about to go into the 30s here, and I don't want it. See, I just don't like the snow. I don't mind it too much when it gets cold out because I'm kind of built like a polar bear, but I just don't like driving in the snow because nobody but me has a fucking brain, it seems like. Turtle Mom makes shape-shifting bathrooms. I feel like they don't deserve it. But nobody wants them in their bathroom, so I mean, they're in a tough spot. Dutton, you keep that cold up with you. I'm cold-blooded, below 70, and I'm freezing. I'll do my best, Dutton. I will do my best. Turbo, I find women to become more handsy after becoming a hooligan. Yeah, there's no need to be reserved. It's okay to be who you really are. Sometimes you have to become a hooligan to figure that out. Matthew, they had a chance for negotiations before, but Boris Johnson stopped it. These people love war because they use it for money laundering and stuff. Matt, it's 42 in Portland where you are. That's about what it's like here too. Matthew, pure WHO puppet. Why can't I talk? Yep, WHO. That's what's taking over. Well, they're trying to anyways. It'll be really interesting. Can't wait for Inauguration Day. Can't wait. It's going to be interesting to get to it, but then once we actually get to that point, I think we're going to see people really freaking out. Really making crazy choices and stuff like that. Viola, there's a bomb cyclone and an atmospheric river heading into the west coast. See where it goes after that. See, you guys know way more about weather than I do. Where I live, they can't predict the weather. Like, they just can't. Something about the lake effect makes it so they just suck ass when it comes to predicting the weather. So I never look at it. I never look at it at all. And you guys are saying all kinds of weatherman stuff to me, and I don't know what to say to that. I've never heard of any of that stuff. What's up, Visions? Happy freedom. It's 0 degrees where you are right now. Where are you hooligans at? I would think it'd be colder here. Now I got to actually check the weather. And it's going to be wrong, but the temperature might be right. Oh, see, I don't even want to tell you guys what it is. I don't even want to tell you what it is now. It's 49 degrees here. Normally that's cold, but you hooligans is sitting in single digits. I don't know where you're at. What's up, Blue Crow? Happy freedom. Impeach 46 and the administration. If they impeached him, Hyena Harris would take over. But if they impeached her, then I think Mike Johnson would take over. And at least we'd know the bathrooms would be okay after that. Yeah, Hooligans Island warmongers. Yep. What's up, Cassie J? Happy freedom. Hair juicer, I hate the cold. There's only like 3 fun ways to warm up, and there's like 1,000 fun ways to cool off. Yeah, hair juicer, it's true. It's true. A lot of people go skiing and snowboarding here in the wintertime. When I was a young lad, we used to go tubing down the hill and stuff like that. I've never gone snowboarding or skiing up in the mountains like a lot of people do here. Ice fishing. Tons of people here go ice fishing, and they die all the damn time falling through the fucking ice. But a lot of people like it. I don't know about the dying part, but ice fishing, big fans of that. Not me. I year-round make trips to Walmart or the gas station to get Twisted Teas, and that's my whole life. Pretty much. 5D. Brewing up some weather. Oh, yeah. Yeah, with the trails in the sky. Yeah, they do that a lot here. Free the Texan, I don't even like regular fishing. I like rolling the joints while everybody else is fishing, but I won't fish. I told you guys before, my grandpa used to be really big in fishing, and he used to try all the damn time to get me to go fishing with him. And I always had something better to do, I thought. Playing video games, staring at my phone, and whatever. And he's dead now. And I never let him teach me how to fish. I never let him teach me how to clean a fish or any of that stuff. And now I don't know how to do it. And now I refuse to let anybody teach me how to do it, because I had the best person in the world to teach me, and I chose not to do it ignorantly. And now I regret it. And now I won't learn how to do it because I shouldn't have gone about that the way that I did. And so now anytime I go hang out with people that are fishing, I don't fish. I just roll the joints and find the beer. That's all I do. I don't do the fishing thing. I deserve to miss out on it. I should have let my grandpa teach me that shit. Anyways, we're going to move forward to this next one. This is prosecutors oppose dismissing Trump's hush money conviction. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys really quick, if you hooligans have children in your life, and then I want you guys to check out these books titled A Dog Named Cappy. A Dog Named Cappy comes in a rhyming book, but you can also get it in a Christmas activity and coloring book for kids that enjoy using crayons and markers and being creative. A Dog Named Cappy rhyming book is available in paperback, but you can also get it on Kindle, and you can get the activity and coloring book available on Amazon. If you hooligans do purchase these books, make sure to leave reviews on Amazon, and then also follow them on their Facebook page as a way to stay up to date with new books coming out and also helping them grow. Cappy is a real dog who lives here in Michigan with the illustrator's grandmother, and it would really mean a lot to them if you hooligans would go check out their books. So I'm going to drop these links really quick so you guys can go check out what they got. And then, like I said, we will get on to this next video here. So that right there will take you to the paperback version. And this is for Kindle if you prefer to have a digital copy. This is for the coloring and activity book that I think is good for all ages. And then this is for their Facebook page. So definitely go follow them for updates and helping them grow. All right, hooligans. We're going to get on to this next video here. I think this is the last little bit of our news. It's titled, Prosecutors Opposed to Dismissing President Trump's Hush Money Trial Conviction. All right, let's get into this. And don't forget, hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble.
All right, some breaking news before you go. Prosecutors say that they will oppose dismissing the Trump hush money conviction. And Fox's Morgan McKay is here now with more. She's been following this. Morgan, what do you make of all this?
So to back it up a little bit, we've been waiting for the judge to sentence President-elect Donald Trump in this criminal conviction, falsifying 34 counts of business records in an effort to influence the 2016 presidential election. And we've been waiting for that since this summer. Now, they moved that to November 26th, not to influence this election. But right after Trump won, Trump's lawyers filed a letter with the judge asking that he dismiss the case because Trump is going to be president.
Yeah.
The judge last week gave prosecutors a week to file a letter on what they want to do, and that just came out. And prosecutors are saying to the judge that they want to go ahead and move forward with sentencing.
Of course.
But they don't oppose a judge postponing the sentencing that was set to go on next week, November 26th.
Yeah.
They don't mind the judge pushing that back. So what happens next? Well, now prosecutors are asking Trump's lawyers to go ahead and file an actual motion to dismiss the case, and then they can go ahead and file a motion. So this could push this back a while.
All right, Morgan, thank you so much for the update.
Well, they're going to delay and do everything they can to postpone it. But I think eventually they're going to have to let this go. What are they going to do? Postpone it until after he's not president anymore? As far as I know, it's already beyond statute of limitations. So I don't think they got a leg to stand on. They just don't want to admit defeat. I mean, that's just my opinion. Maybe they do got a trick up their sleeve, but I think that they're just trying to hold off on another loss because they're doing back-to-back losing there over on the blue team, and I really think that's what it is because everything else is already being tossed out. It's just this hush money trial that's still kind of up in the air, but like I said, I think ultimately it's going to get thrown out. We're going to read through the chat really quick, see what you hooligans think about that, and we got 2 funny videos coming up next. Leave a review, it's already unlawful. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that they're just trying to resist more laughing in their face because they don't have a leg to stand on with this. And like I said, what are they going to do? They're going to wait the next 4 years? They're going to just keep delaying it? I think it's going to end up getting thrown out. They're just dragging their heels on it. And happy freedom to you, Livid Review. Breeze by you, lots of ice fishing in Alaska too. Yeah, I've heard that it's a really big deal up there. When I used to make road repair products, my boss had an opportunity to go ice fishing out in Alaska, and he took it. He was in the Navy, so it's not a big deal for him to go around the world and stuff like that. So he said he really enjoyed it, but I guess Alaska is a pretty dangerous place, especially in the wintertime. Snooks, I hate the winter for you. I don't get to see you in tank tops. Yeah, Snooks. I know. I don't mind the winter. It's just driving. If I didn't have to drive, it'd be fine. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy freedom? Nah, it's not my birthday. But happy freedom to you. Mike T wanted to play piano as a kid, then got too busy taking lessons now at 71. Never too late. It's true, Mike T. And that's awesome. That's awesome you're picking it up. Jack, they tried everything. They even threw tantrums. Yep. They're just being difficult. Those Democrats, they're just being difficult at this point. Turtle Mom, it's all BS. Yeah, it is. Too old to care. I keep wondering if Cappy has a friend named Corn Pop. No, but Cappy does have a friend because there is other books out there and whatnot. We're just focusing on Cappy right now, but there is more characters. That's what I'm saying. Go click those links and stuff that I'm dropping. Go learn about Cappy. Like I've shown you guys before. Oh, they did send me copies. This is Cappy right here. Let me show you a little something. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole book because I'm pretty sure that would break performance copyright or something or other. But see, this is Cappy. Okay, Cappy's a happy dog. Cappy's got friends and all kinds of stuff. So you guys should definitely click those links. Go learn more about Cappy the dog. Kevin, I do a lot of tracking in the winter just for fun. I used to do that when I was younger. I told you guys I used to be a Boy Scout for 12 years or something like that. I know a little bit about tracking. I should know more about fishing than I do, but some classes I missed. The weird thing about the Boy Scouts, and something that kind of makes me bitter, because you know how like they let girls in the Boy Scouts and let boys in the Girl Scouts now and all that stuff. When I was younger, they were so hardcore that I couldn't even do half the events because my dad wasn't around. I'd come to these events as a Boy Scout and they would say, well, it's a father-son event. And I'm like, well, yeah, but my dad's not here. And they're like, well, then you can't participate. And they literally did not let me participate in most things in Boy Scouts just because my dad wasn't around. I'd show up with my grandma and they're like, nah, your grandma's a girl. She can't participate. And I'm like, what the that's all I got. Okay, that's all I got. And they're like, nah. And I really would have to just sit there and watch everybody else have a blast with their dad while I'm sitting there with my grandma and she's trying to tell me not to cry in front of everybody like a sissy and all that shit. And now they let girls in the Boy Scouts. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? After all that bullshit? I don't know. Life's hard. Life is hard. Era 16, watch out where the Huskies go. Mm-hmm. Hair Juicer makes me want to get a husky. His huskies are awesome. What's up, Trapper? Happy Freedom. Mary Todd, you got 2 Siberian huskies? Huskies are awesome. Cheeky Chops, pickleball. Pickleball is like picking up. I keep seeing people talking about pickleball. I've never heard of it, never seen it before. And in this last week, I've probably seen 100 videos related to pickleball. And now you're talking about pickleball, Cheeky Chops. You big on pickleball? I don't know anything about it. Hooligans Island, don't get catfished. Well, yeah, I don't want those problems either. I did get catfished once, sort of. Sort of. Stoner, yeah, I suppose walking to the mechanics to pick up the Subaru has to be pretty brutal in the winter. Yeah, Stoner. I actually prefer it. You guys don't remember me singing the videos? I'm trying to think. It might have only been Discord back then. I was going to pick up the Subaru, and when I walked to the shop, it takes 2 hours. It takes 2 hours to walk to pick up my car. And I was singing, it was like Sweet Home Alabama, but all the words were changed around. And I don't remember what it was, but I just remember saying, Klaus, I'm coming home to you. And I think we had just got Klaus. I can't remember, but I was posting that shit in Discord. I don't think I posted it on social media. That's what I'm saying. You guys need to be a part of the hooligan community. You guys are missing out. You could be on Telegram. You could be on Discord. You could be on jeffmaclive.com. There is stuff you guys are missing out on. Not everything makes it to the live. Snooks, pickleball means that your balls are tangy. Is that what it means? I've never tasted them before, so I'm not quite sure. Now I wonder things. Hair Juicer, red huskies are the best. Great personality and temper. I believe you. I'll take your word for it. Breeze baby, my Subaru would be dead if I did it like that. This is what they're made for, but it's just not what mine does. Maybe unintentionally. And be slide through the cornfields like this. That's how they sell it to you, but really it's just, it's full of problems. I don't know. I still think that my Subaru would be a good car if I bought one brand new. I just don't have $36,000 to buy a brand new one. What is that word, Kevin? What is that word? A marsupialami? You're going to make my furniture float around my house writing words like that. I don't know what that is, Kevin. Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, for that $5 donation on Rumble. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, and happy freedom to you. Pumpkin, my daughter-in-law, teaches pickleball. Is it like a replacement for tennis? Or, what is pickleball? Is it like... What is table tennis called? I can't remember what the fuck that's called now. Jesus loves this. I need to take some more lines, man. I can't recall shit. Whatever table tennis is called, isn't pickleball like that with a rubber ball and you're using the whole room instead of a table? But it's like the same kind of paddle. Like I said, I've just been figuring it out this week. I don't know how long this game has existed, but I'm just now learning about it. Geo, it's tennis for old people. Interesting. Trapper, how do you get your cat to sleep in the cat bed? Well, my cat is fat and lazy and not allowed to sleep on anything. So when I allow him to lay down without correcting him, he just kind of memorizes that. But when he was young, someone had sent me catnip spray. And anything you spray the catnip on, the catnip spray, the cat's going to like it. So if you spray their bed and all of that with it, then they'll dig it. The other thing is if you got a cat that's close to you, your cat always wants to hang out with you and stuff, you always find it laying on your bed or whatever, take a shirt out of your dirty clothes or whatever and put the shirt over whatever you want the cat to use as its new home base. And the cat will learn to hang out there because it smells like you. Those are my best suggestions in that situation. Ping pong. Yeah, Rappy, that's what I was thinking of. Ping pong. Are we allowed to say ping pong anymore? Is that racist now? I can't remember. FEMA region. Paddles with wiffle ball. Is wiffle ball where you use your hands? You like smack the ball against the wall with your hands? I think that's what I was trying to think of. It looks like ping pong mixed with wiffle ball. I don't know. Is it a new thing? Because I've never heard of that. And like I said, this whole week, it's just been whatever. Pickleball all week. Thank you for letting me know, Zero. A racket sport played with solid paddles and a perforated ball, which combines elements of badminton, tennis, and table tennis. Interesting. Does it hurt when you get hit with the ball? Probably depends on who's serving it. Russell, SpaceX is about to launch their Starship and Trump is there. Thank you for letting me know, Russell. The theme song? For what? On Discord? Hold on. I have all kinds of messages on Discord. I totally did not realize that. What do you mean? I'm not seeing no song over here, Kevin. I can't remember. No, I can't remember. Corley, pickleball is from Bainbridge Island, I believe, in Washington State. Thank you for letting me know, Corley. And happy freedom to you. You're awesome, SOS. Thank you. What's up, DeMarquise? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Midwest Hot Mess? Happy freedom. What's up, PB? Just like cornhole, isn't that a beanbag? No, and cornhole is different than pickleball. Pickleball is like tennis, but you're using a different ball and different paddles. But cornhole is kind of like playing horseshoe with beanbags and a pallet instead of, you know, trying to get it around an iron, whatever you would call it, an iron rod. Guess I'm just going to love that. The verbiage. Oh, okay. Guess I'm figured it out. That's where the pickles balls are. Got it all figured out. I don't need to know any more about pickleball. Thank you. Guess that's it. We don't need more graphic pictures. Let's see what this is. A commercial for SpaceX? What is all of this? Oh, they're going to do the flight test in 9 minutes. I see. Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. What is this? I don't know what this is. Kevin, is this what you're talking about? I'm not going to play it right this second. I need to screen it before I play it. Is this what you're talking about, Kevin? Because you're unlocking core memories here. I don't know what the hell this is, but I remember this from when I was little. And so I don't know what this is. I will check that out after the live. Now I'm very interested in that because that is something I've seen before, but I just can't remember. I just remember being really little. Guess I'm not posting the cornhole pic. Well, thank you. Thank you. Bobby Buttsacks. No, it's not that kind of cornholing. Not quite. Hanging out with the farmer's daughter and whatnot. Anyways. Moving forward, we are going to get into our funny videos of the day. This first one's titled, Better Get Ready, Winter is Coming. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys really quick, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use that Linktree link in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Get into this first of two funny videos here. Once again, this is Better Get Ready, Winter is Coming.
Oh, I almost just kicked that rock. I'm not gonna
Yes. That music would also go well while we're watching Antifa burn cities down. It's multiple use. Kind of like shapeshifters. Anyways, we're going to get into this next video. This is a video that I've been anticipating showing you guys for more than a week now. It's probably going to piss people off, but it's supposed to be funny. And with that being said, it is titled, It's Offensive, but It's Funny.
Who are safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do, do you? No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. Well, that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. I'm going to drop this Linktree link to all of you guys, where all of my links are listed. So if you would like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there in the chat while watching the live. Our live stream player is ad-free, so it would be a way to get away from those ads. You'll also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. It's censorship free. I don't want you posting hate and shit like that in there, but we don't have any stupid fact checkers. We don't have crying liberals. We don't have Democrats threatening your life or anything like that. Our social media is the way that social media is supposed to be. We also have forums that you'll have access to that encourages open discussion on pretty much any topic you can think of. You'll also have access to the arcade, which is a lot of fun, and the games all adapt to your phone to make things smooth and easy. You'll have access to our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats that give you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, group video calling. Also, that is where we join Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We all get together in we do a video chat, but it's mostly for a voice chat, and we have a lot of fun. We just sit there and laugh our asses off. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the Hooligans. We're going to read through the chat really quick, see what you hooligans thought about today's coffee. Then we will be doing the Pledge of Allegiance and wrapping things up. But we'll be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Reading through. Guess Norm is a legend. Is that who that guy was? Oh, he passed away. It's too bad. He's funny. Guess I learned cornhole in jail, but it was nothing like that. Hold up. Holy, guess some. I was teaching people cornhole in jail. No, stop that. Just stop that. Holy. It's not Saturday yet. You got to save that shit for Saturday. Appreciate you, Breeze by You. Thank you for being here. Too Old to Care, stay safe and warm, everyone. Absolutely too old to care. I thought I was the only one sitting here freezing my biscuits off, but some of you hooligans, you're in some real cold temperatures, so definitely be safe out there. We got the crazies out there, the Dems are out there, the illegals are out there. Like I said, the crazies, they're out there, and now you got that cold weather to deal with on top of it, so definitely be safe out there. Thank you, Pumpkin. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Rappy. Appreciate you. Turtle Mom, what's the Discord? Well, I could probably show you really quick. Let me get to a good spot here. So this is Discord. Over here on the left side, you'll have all the different channels for things we like to post, memes, GIFs, pet pictures, whatever. But most hooligans hang out here in the general chat. This here is the general chat where everybody keeps the conversation going. You'll land on this page, is where everybody lands. You just click on general chat, and then any questions you have, just go ahead and type it right in the chat. Everybody who joined Discord had to learn how to do it at some point in time. So if you show up and you say, hey, I've never been on Discord before, what do I do? The hooligans will be happy to help you out. And like I said, it's our free community. You can't watch the live over there, but it's a way for us to all stay together, keep the conversation going, keep information circulating. We have hooligans that are constantly contributing to the news boards. And like I said, everything there is based off staying connected and staying up to date. Same thing with jeffmaclive.com, but over on the website, it is censor free. We don't have control over Discord, so one day somebody will post something that we're not supposed to do, and they'll do it either intentionally or not intentionally, and Discord will probably delete our server, and there's nothing I can do about that. And that's why I went out there and created jeffmaclive.com, so we would have something that's kind of like Discord Plus, because we could do everything that Discord does, but we have control over it, and everything on the website is encrypted. That way nobody has access to it but us hooligans. But for those of you that don't want to pay for a membership fee, Discord is the way to go. Kevin, do you think that we'll make a Mega Man game for PS5? Probably. I think, didn't they just make a new Mega Man game not that long ago? Corley, West Coast is about to get a big windy storm. That means in a week or so I'll end up getting it. Kevin, so cold you can see the birds fart. Well, you know, I never picked up on that, but now that you mention it, I'll be keeping an eye out. Thank you, MU. Appreciate you being here. Viola, they launched it? I thought we had 9 minutes or something like that. Oh, wrong video. Weird. Well, I was considering showing it, but it said we had 9 minutes and then we're like playing ads and crap. Rappy, how much is a membership? $10. I mean, it depends on which one you want. It's all pretty much for contribution purposes at this point. This is what it looks like. $10, $25, or $50. For the $50 one, you won't see ads on the website, but we don't currently have ads right now anyways. I haven't set all that stuff up. So really, there's not a difference between the memberships at this time, but there will be in the future. Like I say every day, I'm constantly working on it. Thank you, Tony Rich. PB, don't freeze the berries. That's right, PB. Appreciate you, Gen X. Thank you for being here. Everybody in YouTube drop in pickles and balls. What's up, U-Town? Happy freedom to you. You hooligans are cracking me up, my goodness. All right, it is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Holy, computer's over here making a weird sound. Getting sidetracked. I'm trying to do the Pledge of Allegiance while I'm thinking three other things. Either way, we did the thing. I don't think I forgot anything, even though I am feeling like I forgot something. I don't know what I could be forgetting. I don't know what it is. Either way, we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. What is today? Oh, it is Taco Tuesday. Oh, man, I might have to make some tacos today. Well, we're going to read through the chat one last time just to make sure no hooligans are left behind. But like I just said, 1 p.m. tomorrow, we will be live for another Coffee with Hooligans. Matt, birds don't burp or fart. That's why they pop. Oh, when asshole kids give them Alka-Seltzer. Yeah, Matt, I forgot about that. I forgot all about that. Guess Discord is tough on rules. They were cracking down for a minute there. They were putting labels underneath people's accounts for like, it'd say like possible terrorist or possible terrorist activity underneath people's names and stuff. I don't know. Thank you, Marsh. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Matthew. Hooligans Island. Make sure it's not a carrot next time. Klaus Daniels, he's still recovering. He had a hard day yesterday. I appreciate you, Hooligans Island. Thank you, Zero. Thank you, Guessum. You be safe out there, Guessum. Over on Grindr. Thank you, Too Old to Care. All right, hooligans. You guys have a fantastic day. And like I said, be safe out there. It's cold out and the crazies are out there. They can't figure out if they want to shave their heads or poison us or cut their wieners off. God only knows. Be safe out there. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined membership programs, or purchased any merch. I would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. I would not be able to do this without you, hooligans, so thank you so much for all your support, and I will see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap. You hooligans be safe out there.